Okay, so now participant total around 100 student. So I use Zoom uh, because we have more than 100 students. Okay, that's why we decide to use Zoom instead of using Google Meet. Okay. Total number of students are almost 120, and maybe they have additional student will join later. Hopefully, you can what I call you can finish everything within this week, these 2 weeks. Okay, so we start with RPP or lecture plan. You all nampak kan ni kan? Saya punya slide, okay kan? You all pun nampak kan?
Nampak.
Nampak.
Okay,
Ya, boleh nampak.
so we start with lecture plan. Okay, this course is engineers and society. Basically, I am in charge for those who register BE10202. And Mr. Hazwa is in charge for BE32302. Okay. Basically, this course is concerned on profession of engineer engineer role. You will learn about the engineer role, profession, bodies, governing with the profession. All of your I mean the student for FKE, not just FKE, FKMP, FCAP, and also chemical from FAST. Also, they have what I call because you are a bachelor degree student. So at the end of after your graduation, you have a right to register as a graduate engineer for the first. Later on, you can register as a professional engineer for your future lah. Okay. So basically, this course is relation of the engineer and society and the relation and society. I large and cover all this course lah. I will explain in deep regarding to the chapter that we will discuss later on. Also, for this course is introducing the engineering acts, regulation and standard. So they have many acts, engineering acts, regulation and standard that you have to follow. And this is the important that you have to understand as engineer. Okay. So the other one is about professionalism. Cover that's meaning of the professionalism and the code of ethics. That is very important, and they have some variations of code of ethics. Made from country with other country. Okay, maybe code of conduct of ethics in Malaysia. They have general, which is the same, but they have few parts. Maybe it's not the same. Okay. So the other one is emphasize given to the ethical issue in engineering practice, and also we will discuss about intellectual properties, IPs, later on. Okay, so this course is for session 2021, 2020-2021. The credit value is 2. So that means they have a lecture for 2 hours. Just what stated here, CLO is a course learning outcome. That's at the end of the course, the student we are expecting able to for CLO number 1 is attribute the role of engineer. So at the end of the day, all the course, you know what is function as an engineer in organizations and society. Okay, and you can practice the good practice as a engineer. Okay. CLO number 2 is respond in both written and verbal on engineering issue with fellow engineer and also with community at large professional. CLO number 3 is to demonstrate engineer ethics, and that is very important as a professional commitment to the nations. And the other one is the last one is to analyze the requirement of regulation, acts and standard in engineering practice. So all these CLO, we will they have a assessment and what they call teaching method that comply with all these CLO lah. Okay, later on. So for CLO number 1, the assessment is through quiz and also tests, online lecture, through assignment and report. Have also Q&A, group discussion, video presentation and project, and also for the CLO number 4 is through project report. Okay. Okay. So this is the course content or course online for these courses. Chapter number 1 is the engineering profession. The list we will discuss in deep about the engineer and their profession, branches of the engineer. And so that's been how normally we will discuss on these 3 branches. They have many, but they have 4 main engineering, which is electrical, mechanical, civil, and also chemical. Okay, so that is we call as a parent of the engineering profession. So they have other branches of the engineer. For example, for electrical, they have electrical and electronic. Even in electrical, they have computer engineering, mechatronic, and many other sub branches. Okay, the other one is number 3 is qualities and skill of the good engineer. So we will discuss later on engineering institution and also the role of the engineering society. Okay, so we are expecting we spend around 2 weeks to discuss for this chapter. Okay, then humanizations of the engineering is about humanization, the built environment, obligation of an engineer to the society and the public, safety. That is very important issue, safety and health. Even you are last time, if I'm not mistaken, you are enrolled for the OSH courses, but for this part is safety and health issue regarding to the engineering issue. Okay, the other one is engineer as a caretaker of the environment, environmental ethic issue and protection, and as well as for the environmental policy acts and regulations. In this part also we discuss some part, especially on SDG. SDG is Sustainable Development Goal, which is it's not is what I call responsible for all nations, for all countries worldwide, because that is organized by UN, United Nations, in order to keep our environment, to our environment, our society our nation become better and better, safe for life and also for the future. Okay. Chapter number 3 is about professionalism in engineering. Engineering, we discuss about becoming a professional engineer. So in this part is important. So we will discuss in deep on the route, the step by step, in order for you to become after your graduation, you will become a graduate engineer. Later on, you can apply for the professional engineer, and you can proceed for the PEPC, professional engineer with competent practice. So they call it as a PEPC. The other subsection also professional responsibility of engineer. The role of the professional body, ethics and morally in the engineer professions, code of professional conduct. So these 3 chapters will cover by me lah. Okay, chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3 covered by me. Chapter 4, chapter 5, and chapter 6 will cover by Mr. Harbash. Okay, chapter number 4 is about the engineer in the organizations. Because in real world, basically engineer works in many areas. Some works in firms, some as a consultant, some it's not. They work on site in construction and many. So that is the varieties location that's in charge by the engineer. Okay. Organization culture and the role of engineer in decision making, that is important as well. Priority to the company and the profession. We discuss in deep, especially on when you have to make decisions to do right, and if they have, for example, we discuss especially on whistleblower. Whistleblower, what is you have to what is the right decision for that issue. We discuss later on. Okay, number 5 is research and development in engineering. It's about fundamental and applied research and benefit of the research and development. The role of research and development engineer, and also new innovations in technology. And chapter number 6 is engineer and global relations. Okay. This focus on the global environment challenge, impact of the globalization and offshoring of the engineering employment. So that is also hot topics. So for example, if we are developed country, for example, so we are, because of some reason, we do some what I call other, for example, we practice or we build plant outside in Malaysia, and so this how we deal with outsourcing. So that means we give we distribute the resources, not just in Malaysia, also we do plan on site. So, and what is the issue related to this outsourcing and also offshoring? Number 3 is about engineer in 21st century. So what is challenge, especially on economic sides and also for the nation as well. And also engineering entrepreneurship, that is also hot topic also. We can discuss. For example, Tesla, SpaceX. So how they are managed and build their company, because they are start from the engineering basis to become corporate firms, and very famous right now. Okay, so this is to show for the continuous assessment. We have quiz, this quiz. Maybe we managed to have three, 5 quiz or 4 quiz. It depends on the availability and time. Test 1 and test 2, because we have 2 tests. Test 1, maybe I will announce later on. Maybe we have to manage to, because they have many students. It's not easy to for this course, right? Many students from the different background, different cohort, and different what I call program course and year. Okay, that is the possibility we do the exam, the test on maybe on Friday. That is what we have to plan lah, because it's not easy to do during weekday. Maybe on Friday, I think that, but it's not spend much time, only around 30 minutes, 45 minutes only, for 30 questions, objective. So that is what we have managed since many years. Okay. Then we for the test we will announce later on. Okay. Then individual assignment, 30%, 30%, and project 20%, 30% as well. But for the project, split into they have a core video that you have to produce, and the other one is a project 20%. Okay. And the good thing, they have no final exam for this class, for this course. No final exam. That means you can get your what I call, it is only continuous assessment. That means by coursework you can know that you will pass or you can score A, B. But for this course, normally majority can score A lah. Okay, so but they follow the rule and regulation lah. The problem is the student when they what they call manage or to write a report, individual assignment or project, they copy paste, so that is ultimately you cannot pass, you will lose your mark lah. Okay. Okay. So basically we use the Nitin or other plagiarism checker. That's if we encounter that you copy from somewhere, not used by your own idea or your own word, so it's easily you get 0 lah for the individual assignment or the project. Okay, so be careful. Okay, so for this course, it's easy to get A and easy you get D. Easy to get A and easy to get D. Why? Because if, for example, if individual assignment you copy from someone, so you get 0. Project you copy from someone, you also get 0. So maybe you can pass, with D or you fail with C. Okay, that is they have several cases uh, previously happened. Okay, so the next one is sorry, not this one. Okay, the next one is individual assignment. Okay, individual assignment. This is for individual assignment instructions. Okay, for every time, every semester, for individual and group assignment, basically we do the new instruction, and so we didn't what I call use the previous semester or previous year. Every semester normally we ask students to we do new problem crafting for the individual assignment and also in group project. Okay. Before we start, any question from student regarding to lecture plan? Ada apa nak tanya tak?
Assalamualaikum Dr.
Ya.
Saya Aiman.
Okay.
So berkenaan dengan section ni, dia ada campur section 1 dan section 2
Ya, sama combine semua pasal kita buat dalam waktu yang sama kan. Jadi section 1, section 2 BE10202 dan juga section 1 dan 2 untuk BE32302. Jadi combine semua.
So kalau untuk group assignment dan project tu boleh sama section ke?
Okey. Untuk untuk group project kalau yang terbaiknya you ikut section lah. Tapi boleh je. Tapi yang penting kod khusus tu berbeza Sebagai contoh untuk student BE10202 dia mesti cari grup yang 10202 Yang 32302 pun dia cari you punya grup yang 303. Tapi kalau sebaiknya tak cross section lah, tapi kalau cross section pun saya rasa tak ada isu sangat. Boleh je. Sebab pensara yang sama je. Okey?
Okey, terima kasih.
Pasal yang untuk individual assignment saya in charge even untuk BE10202 ataupun BE323 saya in charge semua. Untuk projek nanti Encik Azwas yang in charge. Test 1 saya in charge, test 2 nanti Encik Azwas yang in charge. Okay? So saya cuma akan bagi nama dan markah terus kepada Encik Azwas yang dia akan jaga apa tu nama daripada author dan juga daripada apa tu sistem SAS sistem student nak masuk markah dan sebagainya lah. Okey, ada apa lagi soalan nak tanya?
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Saya nak tambah sikit berkenaan dengan soalan tadi.
Dr. Nan ini Azwar je?
Ya.
Okey.
Berkenaan dengan soalan tadi, sila rujuk pada author lah. Dalam author tu saya dah create untuk ini untuk BEE32302 lah. Saya dah create, dah sediakan group just assign lah you nak masuk group mana, pilihlah group mana, itu je.
Untuk group project apa
Group project.
Okey. Pasal individual assignment dia memang semua akan hantar ni kan sendiri. Tapi yang untuk individual pun kau buat kan? Satu-satu.
Kita akan buat dalam ikut cohort, ikut scores. Tapi nanti saya akan tarik daripada situlah. Untuk assessment.
Untuk dua-dua lah BE10202 juga.
Ya, nanti saya akan tarik daripada author. Okey, itu ikut.
Okey. Ada student ada nak tanya apa lagi lain? Sekarang ni student ada 120. Okay. Okay. So we proceed with individual assignment. Individual assignment 30 marks. Okay. So basically, for the individual assignment, that is the main purpose of the individual assignment is to expose student on the engineering issue with fellow engineer and community lah. Okay, so therefore you are required to so you have to manage to interview any professional. So you kena buat sesi interview dengan professional. You boleh pilih lah a professional of your choice. Professional ni maknanya mereka yang dalam bidang profesional, sebagai contoh engineer engineer ataupun even cikgu pun profesional. Cikgu pun profesional, mereka yang bekerja dalam bidang profesional lah. So that professional should hold at least bachelor degree. So interview a professional of your choice and discuss the engineering issue as stated below. So the issue is like listed like this one. Bribery, so bribery, health and safety issue, intellectual property right, code of professional conduct, integrity and moral and environmental issue. Okay, so basically for your interview, it can be you can get what I call the outcome maybe positive and can be negative as well. For example, the bribery, maybe when you ask the professional that's maybe he or she work at the one firm, for example. Maybe in that firm they have a bribery issue. Maybe not have a bribery issue. So you need to what I call crafting your interview questions. Maybe 10 questions, 12 questions, for example. So you are first you have to manage to some profile profile about the person that you want to ask. Later on, the company or the firm or the institution that's they belong. Okay, so then you start with all the issue that you want to ask. Okay, maybe you can ask, is it they have any bribery issue in your institution? If they respond that no, okay, no, so that means in positive side. Okay, maybe you can ask other question. For example, that you heard about bribery at the other institution, for example, right? So that is a kind of interview that's interview questions. Normally around 10 to 12 question you can ask, because you have to manage to what I call to finish your session maybe around 20 to 30 minutes only. Because this is the interpretation that you have to interview the professional. Any professional, regardless. For example, in you can ask your friends, maybe your ex employer, your ex teacher, your lecturer at the polytechnic. And try if can not your relative lah, or your father or your parents, try to avoid. Okay, try to avoid ask your what I call maybe your sibling, or your what I call your brother, your sister, and so try to avoid lah. Ask the person that's not in your family members. Maybe your friends, okay, your ex employer, your ex lecturer, your ex teachers, you can ask lah. Okay, so regarding to that issue, and the scope is basically in the engineering scope lah. Okay, if possible, because if you ask teacher and teacher didn't work at the engineering workplace, so you can ask them regarding to their workplace, and also what their expectation, or what is their interpretation about their dia punya pandangan lah bribery di Malaysia and juga dalam engineering punya workplace. Dia boleh tanya dalam konteks yang pelbagai lah, okay? Dalam konteks pelbagai, bukan saja pada workplace yang tempat person yang you tanya tu, boleh juga pandangan dia terhadap workplace ataupun area yang beza. Okay, same to the other issue, for example height and safety issue. Now they have many cases, for example tanah runtuh lah, MR2 lah, apa itu bangun tempat LRT punya tu runtuh lah dan sebagainya. You can raise that issue and you ask the opinion from the professional, point of view. Okay, then intellectual property right, you can ask maybe you can ask those who are related to this IP, somebody or someone that have IP or patent, you can ask if maybe your PA, your penasihat academic, or your lecturer that have patent, you can ask them as well. Code of professional conduct, there is a code of professional conduct for engineer. They have their own, for teacher, they have their own. Integrity and moral and environmental issues. So you can ask from many angle, point of view, not just at the professional work at their place, and also you can ask the professional opinion about other place. So they have many what I call angle or aspect that you can ask. Okay, then you have to do analysis on that response from the professional. Okay, the professional must be someone that's generally classed as a learned professional, although they are not need to necessarily be the member, and sometimes the professional didn't register to any. Sorry. Some professional didn't become member for the professional body, but you can ask as well, no problem. They must, however, have a society or association which they may join, which is intent to further their professional objective lah. The professional association must have a code of conduct and ethics. Please write down the profile of the professional. So you have to write down for the background. You kena tangkap lah, maybe sedikit profile interview yang you nak fokus tu lah, yang subjek dia ditanya dengan seorang tu, you kena tulis lah nama dia apa, kerja kat mana, umur berapa, sikit profile lah tentang profesional yang you interview. Okay, in order to make sure all the students not have the same title with individual assignment, so I try to avoid you to use the same title. So every student have to produce their own report with unique title. Okay, so you have to require to write the title of your individual assignment through this link. So if you click this link, it direct you to this Excel sheet. Okay, Google Sheets. Okay, so this is BE10202 and BE32302 individual assignment title lah. Okay, so you have to write down your name here. So you select what is issue that you want to raise. Maybe bribery, health and safety issue, and let's say property. You just select and write down your title lah. Maybe the case study. Bribery issue in Malaysia, for example. This just example. Okay, so the other student cannot use the same title. Okay, the other student cannot use the same title. And you have to select the code of khusus. It belong to BE10202 or BE102. Okay, so so that's mean apa cepat je dapat lah itu tajuk ni. Lagi cepat UC lagi inilah. Dan jangan gatal pula pergi delete orang lain punya tajuk. Tak boleh. Okay, so you are becoming engineer. So we need your trust. Don't what I call delete the other individual assignment title. Okay. 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 So try to keep the interview to not more than half an hour and record it. You have to record it. The interview can be online or face-to-face basis lah. Okay, you can do online, but you have to record the online sessions or face-to-face also. You need to record the interview session lah. Okay. Until this point, any question from the studio? Any question? No question. Okay. Okay, report format. The report and reference format are same as the EE journal format. So you can follow this the template. This is for the template for the journal. EE, okay, evolution in electrical and electronic engineering volume. And so you have to follow this kind of so this part is you have to follow the format lah. Okay. Okay, this is for the report format by using this template. The maximum length for the body of the report is 10 pages. That is maximum lah. But janganlah hantar cuma 2-3 page saja kan. Okay, that is maximum. But try maybe 7 to 10 pages. That is for body. Not that abstract reference interview session and appendix are not included in the what I call body of report lah. So if include maybe 15 pages, maybe 16 pages. So note that interview questions should be included only as an appendix. So you have to the question and also the response from the interview. You have to put as an appendix. You can write back what is the response from the interview, and also the body of the report should consist of introduction, issue, solution, analysis, and conclusion related to the objective of the interview. Any conclusion or statement should, of course, be substantiated through reference or quotes from the interview or other sources. Maybe you can refer or as your what I call station or reference from the other resources as well for your literature review as well. So you can also refer to this YouTube about how to write a good technical papers. Okay, due date for individual assignment is end of the week 7. End of the week 7. So that means at least on Thursday, week 7 you have to submit through the auto platform. Auto platform. You are also required to upload your recorded interview session to YouTube, and later on you share the link through the auto platform. So I just need to have a link, so it's easy to if you what I call, if you load or you put the video to the auto system, it's not what I call terlampau besar lah kan. It's better you put a YouTube channel, then you share the link through the auto platform. Okay, grading also will be based on the relevance of the subject. So I will see what is relevant of the subject, that because the title is been given, but it's supposed to be in line with the issue that we want to raise. Organization, style of presentation, effectiveness of the interview question and process, how many of and how well the question were answered, original thought and perspective, video recording and feature of the personnel and the member of it's not member of the thing, and there is a question. This is individual. I will correct this one. Okay. Okay, format report. This report format must be written as this one. Okay. And submission, all submission will be screening by Tenitin. So its similarity index is more than 20. So 0 mark will be given lah. Okay. One more thing. Basically, I didn't trust also to the Tenitin Tenitin platform. So basically, what I call, try to not try. You have to write by your own lah. Okay, that is very important. You are as an engineer, you have your own code of conduct. You have to trust by yourself. You have to write by your own. That is very important part, and that is at the end, when you have become the engineer as well, you have to write your report based on the your knowledge, right? So that is very important, and this is the time for you to write a good report, technical report. Okay? So it's based on the what I call interview, and also the based on the finding that you get from the response. So if you what I call you manage to copy from somewhere, so I think that because it's not good for you lah. Okay, as a student. Okay, so please what do you call, write by your own words and your own idea. Okay, grading for this assignment and will contribute 30% toward your final grade. So please refer to individual assignment evaluation form. So this is the individual assignment evaluation 30%. Okay, so this is to comply for the CLO number 2 to respond and both written and verbal of the engineering issue. So that's why we have managed to do some what I call to write a report and also do the interview to the any professional is engineer issue with fellow engineer or the community at large professionally. So any person that's professional, like what I mentioned previously. Okay. So this, the individual assignment report supposed to have an introduction, problem statement or issue, proposed solution, analysis and discussion. Not you during interview session you cannot you are maybe you have to inline or you have to crafting your questions regarding to the proposed solution. Tapi you janganlah tanya contoh isu dia ada bribery tentang rasuah problem statement ni mungkin you faham lah apa maksud problem statement untuk rasuah tu kan. Ada mungkin ada apa you boleh mention that bribery is become the increasing from year to year or something like that. Okay, you janganlah indirect directly you tanya macam mana nak solve you tanya dengan orang tu macam mana nak solve the problem kan. Mungkin dia pun tak ada idea masa itu kan. So maybe you can assist the professional sikit-sikit lah dan sebagainya lah, and you have to write or you have to macam nak cakap you try to murnikan lah apa yang dia explain Okay, then propose solution analysis and discussion daripada for example dia bagi sebagai contoh lah for example they give 5 solution for example, right? So you have to analysis is it that solution is can be implemented. You have to discuss as well on the response that you get from the interview session. Analysis and discussion is not you ask your professional dia tanya dia pula macam mana you nak analysis, bukan macam tu. you dah dapat apa tu you dah dapat respon daripada you get all the response from the professional, then you do analysis. Maybe you have 10 questions. From 10 questions, one is about problem statement. They have 5 about proposed solution that proposed by the interview, and so you do analysis. Is it the proposed solution that given by the professional is in line? Is it viable? Is it can be implemented directly or something like that? So this is the analysis and discussion that you have to write down by your own, through the response from the professional. Then conclusion and recommendation. I want to see also the interview questions and answer, and that's mean response from the interview, and also interview video and video session. So reference and also ITP writing format. So this is the weightage for all the what I call points for the individual assessment report. Okay, because we do evaluation on the report and also the video session lah. But for the interview, video session is just weightage is 2 out of 20. Yeah, so it's around 10%, 10% of the 30%. Yeah. Okay, any question you want to ask? Tak ada? Okay, semua okay?
Doktor,
Yeah.
berkenaan dengan interview tu in English or can be Malay?
Sebab dia memang you boleh buat dalam bahasa Melayu, tapi writing memang daripada English lah.
Okay.
Okay, you boleh you can manage to have in Malay or any, maybe they have for international student right here, right? You can ask in Arabic as well, but at the end you have to, but don't write in Arabic lah. I didn't know. You have to write in English, okay? So that's mean you have to translate lah. Kalau dia cakap dalam bahasa Cina ke ataupun cakap bahasa Melayu ke, but you have to write in English lah as a response. But video session you can ask in bahasa in Mandarin in Arabic no problem.
Sorry, doctor.
Yeah.
How about if the person that we wanted to interview, the working experience is doesn't matter, or is there any
working experience doesn't matter, but we recommend at least they have 1 year experience lah. Otherwise you cannot get more information from that person, right?
Okay, thank you, doctor. And how about for example, if I wanted to interview the civil engineer
No problem, it's okay.
Okay.
But you have to ask regarding to that's area lah, right? What place that he works, he or she works. Okay.
Assalamualaikum doktor, nak tanya.
Yeah.
Tak perlu tanya engineer je kan, yang golongan profesional tu.
Yes, profesional ini yang profesional.
Cikgu
Cikgu pun
boleh
boleh.
kan?
Cikgu pun boleh, you punya lecturer dulu pun boleh. You punya PA boleh, you punya pensara boleh.
Okay, terima kasih doktor.
You punya ketua kampung, kalau ketua kampung you pun apa tu, dia ada bachelor degree kan, pun boleh tanya, tak ada masalah. Okay, any question? Okay, if no question, we break for 5 minutes. So before we proceed with the slide, okay? Is it okay? Okay, let's proceed with chapter 1. Okay, chapter 1 is about the engineering profession. Okay, that's what I mentioned previously. Yeah, this course is for two code courses, BEE10202 and BE32302 for engineering and society. Yeah. So hopefully, yeah, for those who are senior student, you have to finish the code lama, code lama. So kita boleh proceed dengan code baru lah. As what I mentioned by the fakulti, this semester is the last for the code lama lah. So you have to register. You have to what I call. You have to register for this semester, because maybe next semester is not offered for code lama. Okay. So engineering and society, sorry. The aim of this course to enable students comprehend and on the scope, role, and responsibility as the engineer in society. So that is very important because you become engineer one day upon your graduation. So you have to know what is scope, what is the role and responsibility as a engineer. So you know your responsibility and what is step to become for your career path after you register as a engineer, register as a professional engineer, and register as a competent professional engineer. One day. Okay, so outcome of the course. This is I already explained during lecture 10, 04. So this is a subject for engineering profession. We discuss about engineer and their profession, branches of the engineer, qualities and skill of the good engineer, engineering institution, and also the role of the engineer in society. Okay, basically for the public perceptions, especially on the parents, looking for the engineering profession as a high esteem, same good job opportunity, well paid and responsible position. This projection may be right, maybe wrong, maybe right, maybe wrong. So for public, those what the expectation from the public and what engineers they are poor in communications, square, and rigid. It's not easy to compromise, and it's dominated by males. Socially, that hard to adapt to new environment or to the new environment lah. It's not about the technology. Normally, engineers are very dynamically adapt to the technology, but it's socially, in the social life, maybe it's not easy for them. That is only the public perceptions lah. Okay, so but in reality, it's depend actually. It's depend. Good job opportunity is depend as well. Even is my based on my experience. Last time I was as an engineer in 2000, 2005, 2006 in Pioneer. During that time, my basic salary is around 2000 something. Around 2000 something, and even right now, even in 2020, 2021, the basic salary is not increase much. Maybe increase around 100, 200. So, but it's depend on also the sector that you are carrying in as well. What I call, I knew some of my students that the basic salary 3,000 something, 3,500, but they are work at R&D sector, R&D sector. In the MB, they have a R&D sector as well, and they pay high as well, around 2,500, and Intel as well, and many. So it basically is depend on the what they call professional that you are joined in. Well paid. It's difficult to say well paid because I know, especially during COVID-19, that there is a very challenges to all sectors to pay higher. Responsibility position, yes, that's very. They have many responsible, especially from my experience. Many my friend of mine. Right now, they are become manager, project manager, manager at a very established company. And that salary become maybe 20,000, 15,000, and of course, the more you get the salary, the more responsible come in. Okay, for public perceptions, for in communications, I think it depend on the individual self. That's why students have to polish their communication in order to improve their communication, and they can discuss, they can convince to the clients later on. Square and rigid, maybe it's also depend on the individual. Male, now there are even many female join as an engineer, and I can see this is an issue now. Okay, engineer and their profession. An engineer is a person professionally engaged with the field of engineer. Yes, what I mentioned, that this field is normally in Malaysia, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, and also chemical engineering. These four parent of the engineering field that's available in Malaysia. And for each field of engineer, they have sub field. For example, for the electrical engineer, they have electronic engineer. Dia panggil pengkhususan lah. Electrical engineer, mechatronics, robotics, they have computer engineering, communications engineering, and this is also related comply with program or elective that are offered by the faculty faculty FKE. Or vocation or profession who principal duty is to serve mankind. That is called as a profession. So they have to apply knowledge in order to create practical device, structure, or the process. This is the responsible as an engineer to practice device, to create a practical device, to design the machine, to construct a machine, all structure. For example, to build a bridge, to build a building, to build a road or something like that. So that, and also the process. If you have experience to work in the, for example, in industry, for example, in electronic industry, so normally you will show they have what I call as a we call as a production line. Okay, the production line from the beginning until the end. So that's mean from one part. What they do, they assemble the parts to become for example, to become one device. One device, for example, modem. Okay, so from the PCB that's the go through for the dipping process. The process is for the soldering part. Okay, so so from one PCB, you have to assemble and until it's become one modem. So maybe in one production line, maybe they have around 10 people, 10 operators that assemble all the parts, and also they do the testing. For functional test, and also for the physical test or visual test. So this is what happened in production and in the industry. For example, for those who are in the construction, to build a bridge, for example, so they have to plan what is material that they want to use, and they have to check for the drawing and check the what I call the ground base, the location. Is it they need to what I call to clean all the area or something like that. So they have to manage and plan properly in order to start all the project. The same goes if you are consultant. I also have experience as a consultant in Malacca last time, around 4 years ago. As a consultant, basically, they have many proposals from the industry, from the third party. They want to introduce system that can be applied in state, in one what I call in one industry or something like that. And so we need to check all the specifications. We need to check all specifications, and those engineer from third party have to present. We will evaluate based on the presentation, and also what I call material or document or report that they provide. So at the end of the day, they have a panel which is to sometime we have to reject the proposal, and if they have also we suggest to the third party to revise the proposal, and also they have also proposal that we accept to proceed for the POC, proof of concept. So there is many branch of the what I call area in the engineering profession. So in contrast, if you do compare engineering and scientists, scientists is seek for this knowledge, but as the engineer, the principle to apply knowledge, to apply knowledge. Okay, the origin word of the engineering, that is a practical form of art and the profession that is evolved from the work of builder 1,000 years ago lah. Originated probably in the middle age around 1,000 to 1,200 AD, or current era lah. Okay. They were mainly builder of the civil and mechanical structure. And during that time, they have no, the electrical engineering is not exist. During that time, they have civil and mechanical starts early. So building, bridges, roads, mill, and also war machines. They started early, then the electrical engineering. Engineering basically is a discipline, a profession of applying technical and scientific knowledge, as what we mentioned previously, and utilize natural law and physical resources in order to design and implement material structure. And of course, you have to comply for the safety, realize in order to obtain for the desired objective. That is definition for the engineering. Whereas for the profession, is a knowledge of the mathematics and natural science gained by through the study, experience, applied practice with judgment, in order to develop way to utilize economically for the benefit of the pupil. So profession and engineering, they have two different. Of course, engineering is one of the profession. It's one of the profession, but it's focusing on the specific discipline. Specific discipline, which is technical and scientific knowledge. It depends on the electrical, mechanical, or civil area. So profession, for example, even as a teacher, as a lecturer, also is one of the profession. Okay, engineer and their professions. Definition of engineer from the IEM, Institute of Engineering Malaysia. There are those who share the common heritage of knowledge, skill, or arts, give a specialized service, give a service to the humankind, involve a confident relationship between professional client and also employer. Is charged with a substantial degree of the public duty. Is certain duty. They have what they call responsibility. It's bound by the distinctive ethical codes. Of course, in engineering, we have what they call code of conduct, and has a learned organization or the society. So, for example, we have IEM. So, and also IEEE. So this is all the what I call engineering body. That's what I call monitor. We can get something. We can gain knowledge from those engineering body, and we will discuss in deep what is different between BM, IEM, and also so what is different between profession and professionalism? Profession is by dictionary Cambridge. Any type of work that needs special training or particular skill. Whereas for professionalism, the combination of the quality that are connected with trained and skilled people. And so these two, one is type of work, and the other one is combination of the qualities. So this is a difference between profession and professionalism. Profession also involve the application of the specialized knowledge of the subject, claim authority, and also post criteria for the membership privilege. So this is the characteristic of the profession. They have special knowledge. They have undergone for the recognitions education. For example, like you have to join for the program for 4 years program. Last time they have a decision. Why not we make the engineering program to become 3.5 years. So this basically this is the requirement from the BEM for 4 years program, and you have basically to finish total of 155 credits hour. Previously, it's only 120 credit hours. Now it's changed to 155. So they what I call add several credit hours that you as a student have to comply in order, because the area of the engineering basically is dynamic. It's changed drastically since 90s. Now it's 2021. So they have many what I call subject matter that's need to exclude in order to produce the competent engineer. Have acquired a standards or specialization qualification based on specific discipline. Action guide by the standard of conduct. So they have, like I mentioned, they have a specific code of conduct or ethical codes. Okay, status recognition. So if you notice, they have many people say that engineer can sign. They sign the document, and those document are signed by the professional engineer. You are being paid. One drawing maybe they pay 800 ringgit. So that is depend. That is depend on the what I call certain recognitions by the public and also by the organization. Okay, involved actively in the organization, devote to common what I call common advancement. Sorry. Any question? Okay. Professionalism as well. Professional status, method, character, or standard refer to the member common way of the thinking and living. They have a sense of the moral and vocations or profession certification. Self-imposed standard, sharing advanced professional knowledge. Okay, sharing advance in professional knowledge, professional activity, carrying high level responsibility, and also motivation for the service. This is all the professionalism characteristics that has a difference between profession and also professionalism. Okay, engineer and their profession. So you can see here, engineering skill used in the following area. There are many areas of the field of engineering. Engineer involved in R&D, involved in design. Okay, R&D, design, construction, sales, production, operation. This is what I mentioned previously. As R&D, even right now they have many industry concentrate and focus on the R&D. I give a few names like MB. MIMOS itself is one of the R&D center in Malaysia. Even industry like previously I was in Pioneer. Also they have a R&D center. In Intel, of course, they have R&D center since 1998. Even during my time, also they have R&D center in Intel. Okay, for construction and design, I experienced to visit student during internship. So they have many company. I mean startup company. Now they are working as a design company. So they produce many electronic devices. For example, IoT system for the home, for the real estate. So that is what I call the area that involved in the design. Construction as well. Construction is more on the civil engineering, sales as well. Even for example, they have many engineers that's involved in sales, not just for the machine, even for the for example device, the new device that available outside but is now introduced in Malaysia. So that is what I call many engineers involved in for the as a sales engineer. Production, of course, many electronic company in electronic company. For example, near to UTHM like Sharp and also Fujitsu. They are based on the production. In Fujitsu, they produce relay and some other devices, electronic devices, and they are do on based on packaging, do testing and many other things. Okay, operations, management, and various field of engineering. Okay, as a summary here, engineering is a profession. They have their own standard of conduct. They have own responsibility and well-defined way. Because it's a long time ago, the engineering profession exists. And art, engineering also is arts as well as a science. Experience and practice is required. Of course, you need to have a skill, hands-on skill. That is required as an engineer as well. The application of the professional judgment in seeking optimum solution. Of course, that is a very ultimate at the end of the day, you have to decide. Is it you want to proceed on the project, or you want to do amendment, or you have to stop the project. And so this is decision basically not just by the top management, but also from the technical side person, like engineer. The utilization of resource, the resource can be from the nature, process, energy, material, knowledge, and this is been used by the engineers. And the size in optimizing economic cost. This is the ultimate goal. Of course, as a what I call as a firm, they do business. Of course, they want to make more profit, and they want to minimize the cost, and that is normal. Okay. I think I stop until this one, branches of the engineering. Okay, this is the part, the last slide for today. I will continue next week. Okay, branches of the engineering. Okay, if you find you see the slide, they have 16 technical divisions, and special interest group and 2 sections. So this is branches of the engineering. If you notice that they have agriculture, building service, chemical engineering, civil and structural engineering, consulting engineering, electrical, electronic engineering, education, environment engineering, geotechnical, highway and transportation engineering. They have also information and communication, marine engineering, mechanical engineering, oil and gas, and also project management. There is 16 technical divisions. Then the special interest group include the public sector, tunneling, water resource engineering, and also IEM. Yes, for young society, woman engineer, senior special interest group, and urban engineering development special interest group. So this is for special interest group. So this is 1, 2, 3. This one, okay, this one, number 12. This is the special interest group. There are 4 special groups. So, and the section IEM, yes, and also woman engineer. That is 2 sections. Okay, IEM, yes, is specific focus on the young engineer society, and woman engineer for the woman. Okay, so this is what I call branches of the engineer that we have in Malaysia. Okay, so okay, sorry because my voice is asyik batuk ya nanti. So I stop right here. Okay, is it okay? So we will continue next week with chapter 1 and also chapter 2 as well. Okay, before we leave, any question?
Doktor, saya nak tanya. Untuk individual assignment tu, kalau ada beberapa student dia interview orang yang sama, boleh ke? Tapi berbeza tajuk.
Berbeza tajuk orang yang sama. Okey, boleh dibimbangkan lah. Kalau boleh tak payah mengamai lah kan. Ramai lagi orang lain. Tapi boleh je kalau yalah mungkin nak cari orang pun yalah sekarang pun orang ramai. Apa tu?
Takut kebetulan.
Takut kebetulan. Boleh je. Tapi yang penting tu title lah adalah berbeza lah. Tapi based on apa yang saya yang apa tu yang sebelum ni lah kan. kebiasaannya bila dia dah kena interview sekali tu, kemudian dia akan dia akan tanyalah, sebab apa saya nak kena 2 kali. Tapi kalau dia okey je.
Okey.
Hmm.
Okey.
Okay, any other questions? Ada orang tanya ke? Sekejap, saya check. Okay. Try tekan join audio first. Okay, if no other question, so
Doktor,
ah,
kalau interview tu daripada kalangan adik-beradik sendiri boleh ke doktor?
tu tak digalakkan lah. Dia kalau boleh jangan family lah, orang lain.
Betul, terima kasih doktor.
Dia akan conflict of interest lah, actually. Kita try to avoid lah. Family tak boleh. Ramai je kan, mungkin ada jiran sebelah kan. Boleh je tanya, ramai je lah.
Doktor, isu ni untuk soalan yang tajuk doktor bagi tu semua untuk masalah di tempat kerja kan?
Okay, dia tak semestinya masalah di tempat kerja saja. Isu berkaitan dengan profession kan. Profession dia boleh tengok dari angle dia professional tu punya opinion tentang profesional orang lain pun boleh, ataupun tentang dia punya profession sendiri pun boleh. Faham tak?
Okey, faham.
Tapi depend on isu yang saya highlight tu lah, ada 6 tu.
Doktor nak tanya yang pasal isu tu kan, isu tu kita nak cari isu semasa ke isu yang lepas?
Boleh dua-dua pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Dia punya isu tu yang penting relevan lah dan berkaitan. Contoh macam saya cakap tadi untuk bribe kan, you boleh tanya, kalau you tahu dia tu cuma cikgu kan, saya tak rasa cikgu dekat sekolah ada lakukan rasuah kan, agak slim lah apa tu nak dapat negatif feedback daripada cikgu dapat tu. Tapi mungkin cikgu tu boleh bagi pandangan tentang tentang profession lain kan. Dia buat macam itulah, tentang mungkin safety and health. Sekarang ni kan banyak sebagai contoh frontliner kan, frontliner yang kerja overload kan, maknanya dia terpaksa kerja lebih masa dan sebagainya. Kemudian dia dari segi stres dan sebagainya kan. Mungkin itu pun boleh jadi salah satu isu lah untuk safety health, safety and health punya isu kan. Tapi yang penting tu you book dulu title tu kan. Yang penting you book title supaya orang daripada section lain dan juga yang penting tak samalah dengan semua. Maknanya semuanya orang individual assignment adalah orang buat tajuk yang berbeza. Okey.
Satu lagi soalan doktor.
Yeah.
Yang guideline nanti akan diberikan di dalam author lah. Sebab saya
betul. You dah tengok dekat dalam author belum?
Saya section 2 dia punya tu tak ada pun.
You 10202 ke ataupun ni 3.
Ni 32.
302.
Dengan nanti you tengok dengan Cik Asbas tu.
Alright.
Cik Asbas cakap dia dah buat tu kan. Dia dah buat untuk group assignment punya ni dan juga individual assignment. Yang untuk saya belum ni lagi, nanti mungkin sehari 2 ni nanti dah siap lah. Tapi you dah boleh, nanti sekejap lagi saya akan share di grup, WhatsApp group yang itu, dan you dah boleh pilih title lah. Okay. Hello.
Yes, Doktor.
Ada apa-apa lagi?
Tak ada apa tu.
Okay.
Tak ada dah.
Okay, kalau tak ada, saya berhenti setakat ni. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam, Doktor.
Waalaikumsalam. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih, Doktor.
Thank you, 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 Doktor.